Hello everyone, let me show you the best Tiberon Prime build that you can use to crush the endgame with. Alright, let's talk about Tiberon Prime. It's a unique weapon that has 3 firing modes that can be swapped through the wheel mouse button. So we have the burst, semi and auto firing modes. The burst mode fires 3 rounds at the same time and has very nice balanced stats. Now the semi is not too bad, but you need to hammer the firing button all the time, so the quality of life is a little bit lower, so I will not be focusing on semi firing mode for the most part. And the auto is nice, it's a high status and you can really utilize the auto mode sometimes. We will go into more details very soon on that. Now the damage, impact, puncture and the slash are pretty even, so the damage, the physical damage is effective against all the factions, so that's really good. So let's go and make the build. First thing, always, of course, we go to action and we install the Orokin Catalyst to maximize our capacity. And after that, we add formas to the weapon, and we need 3 formas for the ultimate, the best build. You can see I have 4, but that's because I was experimenting and playing around, figuring out what is the best way to build it. You need 3 formas and all those need to be Madure, as you can see here. Okay, so let's go. Serration is the mod we want to put first, because this one is the best mod and pretty easy to get. So Serration and the split chamber will be in any type of build that you want to make for the primary weapons. Okay, so the next mod will be heavy caliber. The accuracy is not a problem at all, and Tiberon Prime can really benefit from this mod, so we will use that. Okay, next we are going to boost the critical chance and the multiplier. So we will add point strike. The burst, the best mode, firing mode, the burst, will have the 70% critical, which is really good. So let's find the vital sense, there it is, to boost the critical multiplier. Because the Tiberon Prime will crit like nuts. Okay, so let's build some elemental damage, of course. For the elemental damage, we want to have the corrosive damage, and the corrosive damage is made by toxin. Here we go, toxin. I will use this one that has a bonus chance on it, and you can farm it in the MOT, that's a void mission, survival void mission, and the war drops this mod quite often, so it will not be too hard to get this mod. Okay, so we will need electricity as well. I'll just use the normal one, and those two combined will give us corrosive damage. Now I do recommend that if you have the high voltage, electricity and the status chance, to use it instead of this. But it's not really a big deal, but that status chance will really help with the corrosive damage destroying the enemy's armor. You know, that's really good. I tested it out and it's a little bit better, I would say, with high voltage. But Stormbringer is something that everyone will have, so we will just use this, no problem. And the last mod will be the optional mod. Now I will use the Vigilante Armaments. Really great overall mod. Multi-shot, so enhancing the critical hit as well. Really good. You can use the hammer shot as well to increase the critical damage and the status even more, but that will require additional forma. So you will really need 4 formas then. So I'll just use the vigilante armaments. And with this, the build is complete. Now let's just talk about burst and auto for a moment. So the burst will be the best mod for firing. Now, when you have the really hard, really tough monsters to kill, you want to have your mode to the burst. That will be the most efficient way to destroy them. Now, if the monsters are lower level, you don't need to really bother too much with the single monsters. Then the auto will just clear everything around you, and with the status chance that is over 80%, really great. And let's go and test the weapon out then. I have simulated Heavy Gunners 100 in the simulacrum. So you always want to shoot for the face. As you can see, the damage is good. Most of the time you will need 2 bullets for the headshots, but which will be 6 in total. But sometimes you will need 3, yeah, of course. And this is quite a great weapon, one of the best weapons, and you can do any end games with this. So the Tiberon with corrosive and the burst mod will really shred all the armor from the target. So let's just go and do some auto shooting. As you can see, nothing wrong with that as well. There we go. There we go. Really great weapon. I suggest it and recommend it. Try it out, and hope you guys liked the video. Hope it was informative, and see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.